Hey guys, it's Doug here with just a quick couple of editing notes. First off, this is a pretty free-flowing conversation, so just bear with us. It's super fun, super funny, and you'll get some special surprises as the episode goes on. And two, there is a weird edit. I don't have any music in between somewhere in the final part of the conversation. And you'll hear us talk about it, but I'm just kind of blending it together. It goes together pretty well, but I just had to get up and do something. But yeah, this is a super fun little episode that I'm happy to put out about my first time in Chicago and first time seeing these couple of haunts. This is not in order. This was definitely recorded prior to not only Lindsay's appearance on Horror News in the Halloween 3 Season of the Witch episode and Taylor's appearance on our bonus episode talking about Scream. So I hope you guys like it, and it's really fun. I don't know if we've had this much fun so far on a bonus episode, and we will see you next time for our discussion of The Hills Have Eyes. And don't forget to check in on that in a couple weeks. Thanks, guys. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Doug.
And I'm Lindsay.
And this is Good Suffering. We've got a guest host for the first time ever, as we are in Chicago, San Lorenzo, sadly. That rhymed, though. That was nice. In Chicago, San Lorenzo. That's the name of my first solo record. You can check that out.
You should take that.
I know. We are on our way to Hell's Gate, which is a haunted house out here in the Chicago greater area. And Lindsay's been there before,
yes,
right?
Once last season.
After that, we're going to Statesville, which is owned by the same person, but pretty different theme. Hell's Gate seems to be more of a like a story,
right?
Right. It's more story based, which I like a lot.
The line he likes to say is, "Take the adventure."
Good. Well, we're just on our way there and wanted to check in. I'm super excited. We spent the day in Chicago, or most of the day in Chicago, eating some vegan food. I bought a couple of guitar pedals, which you can check out on my beautiful new album, In Chicago, San Lorenzo. And we got a couple of records. I bought a record for Lorenzo since he's not here with us, and also picked up the Ace Ventura Pet Detective soundtrack, which I hope everybody listening really loves that film, because it is better than any horror movie ever made. And yeah, I just said that on a horror podcast. I'm kidding. But, okay, we will check back in between Hell's Gate and Statesville, and then after which we will record our whole review of the whole thing, I guess maybe from the hotel, so you don't get all this road noise that you're probably getting right now.
Okay.
Oh, we're only 6 minutes from the place, and we're, god damn it, following this trend that Waldorf set, where it's just like long stretches of creepy dark road prior to getting to a haunted house.
Those are the best haunted houses, too.
True, because Field of Screams, we got right off the highway, and it was a little creepy, but like ultimately really like very residential, like right there by a diner.
Yeah.
And then Brighton, which I didn't do a review for, that was like right outside of like a club I'd go to every now and again.
Oh,
so
really?
yeah,
Phobias is right across the street from an elementary school. Like,
oh my god! All right, yeah. Well, hey, can't wait for the guys to hear Phobias, where we have an even different guest host in Taylor File of Misadventures of T-Fi and Swobo, who I love, and you should check out that podcast because it's super fun. But okay, guys, we will check back with you soon. Hey, what's up, everybody? Oh my god.
I'm sorry to be recording.
Oh my god.
I'm just excited to be here.
That was Lindsay, and we are now at Statesville. I was busy listening to the Smiths and forgot that I am a professional doing a show that many people pay the very premium price of $0 for. So we are here now. We just did Hell's Gate. We'll save our review of everything for later, but we are super excited. Had a pretty good time. Feeling good. Lindsay's drinking now. Oh my God.
Oh, I'm not drinking.
It's okay. It's okay. We have gotten drunk on the podcast before.
Okay, it's mostly for the Red Bull, if we're being honest. and like also for the podcast, so that I actually talk.
Oh my God. But yep, we're here now. Oh, right, sure. Hey, just got a spot. Gonna probably have a cigarette and head inside, be one of the last groups.
What was that?
My cell phone dropping. Very exciting. We're a mess right now.
When am I not?
But we are gonna be back with Statesville.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and by the way, just to go on the record, because I'm probably gonna forget, we tried to call Lorenzo to be a little bit of the be a part of this for a little bit, and he did not respond. Hey, what's up, guys? We're back from our little excursion today to Statesville and Hell's Gate, not in that order.
Sorry.
Lindsay is coughing. We are currently laying in bed, pooped from our day in Chicago, and we are here to talk to you about our experience. But first, we are going to hear from good suffering co-host and human extraordinaire, Lorenzo Caballo.
Caballo is a horse.
You are a horse.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Doug.
Oh my God, and I'm Lorenzo.
What's up, everyone?
Do you have anything to say? Where'd you just come from, Lorenzo?
I saw Halloween, actually.
What's that? Is that some kind of new movie?
Yeah, it's like this indie film from I don't know, A24. Jonah Hill directed it. It's supposedly good.
That's good. Do you have a spoiler? Do you have a spoiler-free review?
Spoiler-free, yeah. Let's go. Real quick, I will say that it's fan service, and I ate it up.
Hey, I mean, we're living in the world of fan service. We're getting all these, like a Han Solo fucking, movie and all of that.
But the thing is,
it's a world of that where that's now all that stuff has a budget. It's not just done on fanfic.net.
Yeah, I mean, Solo. I didn't even see. I still haven't seen.
I saw it a couple weeks ago. Can I give my review on this episode? Is that cool? Do I have your permission?
Yeah, go for it.
It's fucking garbage. Don't fucking see it. Don't fucking see it. If you just want your Star Wars completely unfun.
Wait, was there a new Star Wars movie?
The one from May that I never saw in theaters.
Oh.
My boss let me borrow the DVD, and I just sat through all 2.5 hours, and I was like, wow, I've never had this little fun doing anything Star Wars related, and it's sad.
Damn.
I've been there, buddy. Been there.
Oh boy. Yeah, you don't like the Hobbit movies? Is that your thing?
Hobbit?
Yeah.
I've never seen any Hobbit or Lord of the Rings.
Really? Howard Shore kills that soundtrack.
Oh,
Maybe.
yeah, me and Lorenzo are the same person, so,
No, Lorenzo loves Star Wars.
Oh.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, of course, baby.
Actually, hold on. Yes, I love Star Wars. That's always going to be true. But secondly...
I should pull a horror news on you, and I should just cut you off. First of all, I love Star Wars, and then, hey, everybody, we're back. It's Doug and Lindsay.
I just wish... You said you guys are in bed, right?
Mm-hmm.
I desperately wish I was there, in between you two.
Oh
same.
My God.
Whew.
Everybody's going to write 3-way fanfic about us when we get famous.
I'm already feeling a little bit heated.
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ.
I'm going to write the smut tonight.
Oh, my God. Your talents are wasted on
I'll be the
porn.
editor. And I'll just take Doug out of it.
Jesus Christ. Oh, this is good content for the show. This is good content for the show. We like this.
We love it. Oh my god.
This is peak good suffering, guys.
Oh.
Doesn't get better than this.
It doesn't get better than this in the Child's Play episode.
I saw Child's Play. Did I tell you?
Oh, Lindsay saw Child's Play, Conquering Fears.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I know Chucky was a big fear of yours. He's always been a big fear of mine too. I fucking hate dolls.
Fucking goofies. Fucking goofies. Who am I making podcasts with? Jesus Christ.
It was whatever.
I'm kidding. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks. Me too.
All right, Lorenzo, we're taking you off the episode. The people don't want to hear from you anymore.
No, I get it. It's fine. It's been a long time coming. I'm used to it now.
You can text me. I'll just text you throughout the entire thing anyway.
I'm going to just put spoilers up on the review since you haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
Halloween, that is.
Fucking dick. You're going to use our social media to ruin it for everybody.
No,
Hell
don't do
yeah.
that.
Christ.
Don't do that.
All right.
I will.
I'll talk to you
See you
soon.
later. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, now for the real content.
Okay. I don't even know where to begin.
At Hell's Gate, hopefully.
Okay.
We forgot to mention something about Hell's Gate.
What's that?
We forgot to mention that we have to take a shuttle
Oh, that's
to
right.
get there, which I thought was a cool element.
Yeah, I agree.
You park in a parking lot, really unassuming, along some train tracks. It almost looked like an Amtrak parking lot or something. It wasn't, but
Yeah.
then you wait in line. You get on a school bus, driven by a spooky clown, and then Lindsay was freaked out.
And I've done this before.
And she's done it before. And then they take you on about a 5 or 10 minute drive to the actual haunt where you get your tickets and get in line. We had VIP because we are just cool like that. We said, you know, we're doing a podcast, and they were like, come right through.
Oh my god.
Come right the fuck through.
I wish.
Thank you for the exposure to 10 people. And then we got right into Hell's Gate really fast.
Yeah.
God.
Because that really just kind of begins with the trail.
Yes, there we go, the trail. You lead the way through this Hell's Gate thing because, like, I'm blanking on it hard.
Yeah, that's why
Statesville is
tough.
A lot better
Oh
for
my
me.
gosh.
Even just in memory. Ooh, spoiler alert. No, but Hell's Gate was cool.
Recent.
It was
Gate's
fine. It was fine.
Well, like I said, it is more of like the story based.
It's better than Brighton Asylum.
That's good. Yeah, it's basically like, I don't know if like,
I couldn't discern what kind of story was trying to be told. They were trying to tell something. I don't know what it
okay, so
was.
like I read the story. It doesn't really show so much, but like I said earlier, it's like with every actor and stuff, like you kind of create your own backstory to go along with the story. So it's like there's this main guy, and I don't remember his name, but like the cemetery is his, and like the house is his, and everything.
Do we see him?
See, that's what I'm saying. Is like I don't know who it was because nobody came out and was like, "Oh, I'm the main guy." Like that never really happened.
But it did happen at Statesville. Twice.
Did it?
Yeah, I felt like there was a more cohesive thing being told at Statesville, ironically.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I felt it was more theatrical, if anything.
Yeah.
I really, really liked it.
Good.
My Denny's is on the way, by the way, guys.
Oh my god.
I'm so excited for my late night
Yeah, I
Denny's.
was gonna ask you if you ordered that.
Hell yeah. We'll get those.
Interesting.
We stand Denny's here at the Good
I
Suffering.
love that veggie burger, man. Oof.
So Hell's Gate was super cool. It was my first time going through anything that was outdoors and in the woods like that.
Yeah, I do really like that aspect of it for sure.
If you guys remember the Field of Screams bonus episode, if not, go back and check that out. There was, outside of the Haunted Hayride, which is its own thing, there was an outdoor, I guess, attraction. But it was so, a lot of it was covered. and a lot of it was like it didn't feel outdoors like this one did. This felt like it was built into the woods. I feel like that's how Phobias is gonna feel.
Yeah, it's literally it's a trail. Like you heard like the beginning. I think it was like the second person we ran into, and they were like, "Just be sure that you follow the path." And I'm like, familiar with that one. Because
Lindsay works haunts too, so we have somebody with a little bit of expertise with us. Not just me and Lorenzo being like, ooh, this was cool, this was spooky. I really, really like this.
I'm gonna sit up before I fall asleep.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. That's also why I haven't eaten yet, because I know I'm gonna just eat and sleep.
Oh my god. So that, I mean, the cemetery and the actual house felt a bit disjointed. Maybe that was just like how long it took to get inside the house.
Right. Even when I read the story, I was just kind of reading. I was like, I don't see really, like the twins being a thing. It's like I don't really see where that's kind of
obvious Shining reference, which you would assume that Doug would like. But
twins are often used in haunts in general. They're not always, like I said, they're kind of like exorcist looking. Like what you said, her name was Reagan, right?
Reagan, yeah.
Lorenzo
hasn't seen it.
Okay.
And
neither.
I don't want to spoil anything for the faithful 6 viewers, but we know exactly what episode we're doing The Exorcist on.
Oh, really?
We have a very special thing coming up in a few months.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Great. Great. So I'm gonna have to watch a movie that terrifies me because that is the face that like all the online streamers
it's so
were.
good.
I believe it's good. I know it's good, but otherwise it wouldn't be, popular. But basically, the story of Hell's Gate, like I said, is a cemetery, and like I guess the relevance of like the twins themselves is like the cemetery is like they're obviously all dead, obviously, because coffins and all the above, but it's supposed to be like a place for like unwanted people, I suppose. Like the story said, like people who were like abandoned by their families.
Is this all on the website?
Yeah.
Check out www.hellsgate.com for more info.
Wait, no, it's probably still on my hellsgate.com. Cool.
Nice. Good guess for Douglas.
I don't know, it's kind of a long story. I mean, you can see it's
wow, yeah. Really
there's a lot. Orphanage, kids, Lost Souls Cemetery is the original name of it before it turned into Hell's Gate, and that's because I guess dark magic he was doing, I suppose.
Oh, the professor guy?
His name is Captain John Flagg Morestone.
Yeah, like I've never heard anything about that.
Right.
I don't get that. That's the thing. Is like that's why I didn't love Hell's Gate, is because everything I was assuming, I was like, what am I seeing? Mm-hmm. And like when you can't put pieces together, it just starts to feel generic. And then it gets really weird later on when you've got like dragons coming into it and whatnot.
Yeah.
Although the dragon animatronics were great.
The whole dragon section I thought was awesome.
It was cool.
I thought the actors in it were great. Like what they were saying was relevant to the section. Was it relevant to what we saw earlier?
What were they saying? I could barely hear anybody.
They were saying some mumbo jumbo.
Good.
If you know what I mean.
Jesus Christ. Well, what did you like about this one?
Hell's Gate?
Yeah, what stands out to you? I personally really, really liked that Q-line actor.
Which one?
The guy who was talking, the professor guy. Once we get right inside the house. Or after the twins, I guess. Or before the twins, I don't remember the...
Like in the room with the twins?
Mm-hmm. No, not with the twins. The guy who kept talking and you were making the jokes with.
Oh, that's what I was asking, because that was, I think, the next like little Q-line room.
Yeah, that was after the twins?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was directly after the twins. Yeah, I really liked him too. That's what I was talking about earlier, is like, I think, because he was talking about how he opened the gates to hell and blah, 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 blah. So I was like, I don't think that's the main character, though, still. But, I mean, it's obviously still a big part because, you know, he was the main guy in that room. And typically, like, the big guys in, like, those areas kind of play a part in the story at both Statesville and Hell's Gate. But him, and like I said earlier, is, like, he usually has... I think he said his name was Bob, which is like a little animatronic that like talks. I don't know how it works, but he like actually talks to you and like responds to you. I remember last time I walked through, he's this animatronic looking dude, but he still moves and everything. It's so, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know what, I guess it's a puppet. I mean, honestly.
I didn't get to see that, right?
Right. It was just covered with a black curtain. I knew something was missing in that room. I was like, I think this is the room with the, because it's creepy looking. And the fact that it looks like it's supposed to be an animatronic, but it's still speaking to you, and it like tells you like, oh, move closer, and then he like does something spooky or something weird. It's funny, like that. I feel like that room's funny. I mean, even he was being comedic just by himself.
Right.
We were having a good time.
I liked him a lot.
Yeah. Same.
I liked seeing people like jump above my head and whatnot. That was cool. Though I did like it a bit more at Statesville.
Did you?
Yeah. I feel like almost everything I liked at Hell's Gate, I just found better at Statesville anyway.
Well, Hell's Gate's also on its, I think, 4th or 5th year, maybe. And Statesville, I think, is maybe 20?
Oh, okay. Statesville's older?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
That's why that's like a whole experience. Like,
right.
Like you said, it's more theatrical. Like, I definitely think that one's a little bit more, I don't know, like I'm so, interactive, I suppose.
Right.
To some extent.
I mean, we touched a snake, so.
That's true.
Hey, it was cool. All right. Overall, Hell's Gate was fun. Great gift shop too.
Yeah. Yeah, I did like that little section.
It was cool. It ended a bit abruptly, I felt like too. But that's kind of a hard thing to beat anyway. I wasn't all that personally scared at any moment. I don't know if I'm just getting really good at like dealing with that really quickly, or if it just like wasn't as effective as like Waldorf or Field of Screams.
Right.
But I don't know. Overall, it was good. It was fine. You had a really good time. It seemed like.
Oh, of course I did. I never don't have a good time
But
at a haunted house.
You're Mrs. Haunt season though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll drop all the money everywhere.
So,
I mean, I walked through Creepy World already twice, and I might go 2 more times.
Oh, you'll hear from us in a couple bonus episodes from now about that. Our trip to Creepy World coming up.
Yeah, we'll discuss that probably at the end of this, right?
So we bus back, right? We bus back to the car.
Before we move on, though, before we get to Statesville, I think it is important to mention, like, I think both of them? Yeah, Statesville and Hell's Gate both have live animals, right? Yeah.
Statesville had Hell's Gate had live animals?
Didn't it?
No.
I think it has. I don't think it's as much as Statesville. I think there's a couple. I could be wrong.
Where did you see animals?
I feel like some of them are like caged, right? Or is it just Statesville?
It's just Statesville.
Positively. Okay.
Yeah, I'm 99.9 on that.
Okay. Maybe I was just thinking about it because you mentioned snakes. So.
So we bus back, get in my car, 10 minutes away. Same owner, John LaFlamboy. Owns Statesville, which is a haunted prison theme. It also has like a secondary house after it that's a City of the Dead theme.
Right.
Got themes of like some redneck shit and some voodoo and snakes and stuff. Different animals.
Yeah, I don't really know the whole story about City of the Dead. I think that might be like a later edition that they've done. Don't really have a backstory for it yet.
Oh, it was so cool though.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I still believe that.
Sorry about the little delay. I had to go get my Uber Eats from Denny's at like 1:30 in the morning. But Statesville.
Yes.
I had a great time. It seemed like, what was it? Was that some sort of like pumpkin patch or something?
Yeah, I think it's a pumpkin patch. It's a farm. So I mean, I guess it's really
fall and winter kind of deal.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was cool. It had like little gift shops and little
Yeah.
food stands and whatnot.
Yeah,
and then
and-
just a wild haunted house right in the middle of it.
Yep. Exactly.
Prison themed to start.
Right.
They kind of put you in a cage first
A cage.
and try to be all spooky up in you, and then send you off into the haunt itself. Very theatrical, I think. Hell's Gate really pulls a lot from it. If you're saying that Hell's Gate is newer,
Right.
pulls a lot of the same little things, like tons of cue lines within.
Within it.
Yeah, which is weird.
Break you up. Well, what happened last time, or last couple times I went through, like, Hell's Gate and Statesville both, like, the people in those rooms would, like, they wouldn't separate you necessarily, but they would, like, tell you, like, this person goes in front now, and, like, every single room, like, a new person would go in front. It seems that they took that out, but it also seemed like a pretty busy night, and it was in the end of the night, so I don't know if they just kind of gave up on that or what. But they usually, like, switch it up. And there were multiple occasions last time I went when they separated me and my friend.
How would they separate you?
Like, they wouldn't, like, literally separate us, but they'd be like, okay, go in. And then, like, you know, like that one room where it was, like, the bunk beds, and there was, like, just that girl, like, laying there. She didn't really do much, but
I was upset by that.
same. Like I said, we can talk about this all the time. Like, all the people that I was kind of, like, disappointed in, but end of the night, it was a busy night, I feel like, for both of them. For Thursday, especially. Which also means low staffed, probably. Like, I get it. But, one of the bunk beds, like, blocked the hallway to, like, keep going. So, like, basically, I went by myself, and I was just kind of, like, there waiting for her. And then, like, the actor was just, like, talking to me, and she didn't move for us to, like, go on until we were both together, you know? So, I mean, like, it works out. Like, we catch up to each other, like, whatever, but they did more fun stuff like that. That was kind of missing tonight, which is, like, not a big deal. Like, I don't think a haunt needs that for it to be good. But, you know, it's a little fun, especially when you have a group of, like, 5 or 6 maybe. And, you know, the same people want to be in the middle, or the same people want to be at the end because they're scared, or stuff like that.
Each haunt, besides, twice at Statesville and then once at Hell's Gate in the house, not during the outdoor portion, there's a, like, some sort of big theatrical scene. Where you're, like, standing there and you're waiting, and, you know,
Yeah, they, like,
everything
throw
kinda
you in
goes down.
groups.
Yeah. And they have, like, a main actor there doing the whole thing. And, we had that with the twins at Hell's Gate. We had that at Statesville with the warden, who's, like, all evil. And then with, like, whatever kind of swamp creature
All right.
was during City of the Dead.
And then, like, the nurses and stuff, and then, like, the beginning of clowns, and
Yeah.
they kind of, like, separated off, like, different, like, scenes in a way.
Yeah, it was weird.
Like,
It
themes, I
broke-
suppose.
I would say that's my biggest complaint, is it just broke it up in a way that didn't feel natural.
Really?
Yeah, it was just like constantly stopping, constantly getting back in line, constantly be reminded that it's not real.
Yeah, I guess so. Because I feel like in those rooms, they're more willing to, like, break out of character. Because, like I said, like, I had 1 or 2 people who actually, like, recognized me. And, like...
Oh, you Mrs. Popular here.
No, it was like 2 people. But, like, those people stayed in character. So how come... Oh, my gosh. So how come, like, one random nurse was just, like, chilling?
Yeah, was that the one who was just talking to you? Like, oh,
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Why work there?
Right.
Why not just be like somebody working a cash register or something? You
Right.
know?
Like, she was doing her job. Like, she was separating the lines and making sure that we went in when it was time for us to go in, just separating the groups as they should
the
be.
The people outside Statesville were doing that too. We're just kind of just like, all right, everybody, come on, let's go. Being very serious, but
Well,
that's
not like
their
the
job.
not the actual, like, actors, really.
Yeah, like the people. I mean, they're in costumes, so I guess they're actors, you know.
I mean, they're just kind of dressed, I guess, to fit the theme. Those are more like security in a way, I suppose.
Fair.
Because I mean, you can't all be in character at all times. if you're someone who is just, like telling people to go in. Like they have the flashlights to make it feel like a prison, but not so much like I'm here to scare you,
Right.
So I mean, I feel what you mean, but I like that better than if it were to just be like some dude in like a orange vest.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Fair. Well, what I liked Statesville a whole lot. I liked it kept to the prison theme outside of the clowns thing. The doctor stuff even felt like it fit, and the clown stuff was cool. They had that guy doing the weird jumps with the bungee cords. That was really cool.
Oh, I didn't mention this earlier, but clowns also weren't as intense because you know how I was talking about like the strobe lights, not nearly as intense. Like,
yeah, it seemed like it was just like flick, flick, flick,
right?
Flick instead of.
Yeah, it was more like that. The last couple times I walked through, it was. I mean, it was still cool. Like the clowns, I like the clowns, but even like they technically fit in the story. Where I think I looked at Statesville's website too, and there's not so much as a story as there are like. For like all the inmates, there's like backstories. Like Fluffy has his own, and like a couple of other like plain characters do. But, like the clowns have their own section of like what they did and their weapon of choice and blah blah blah. So like the clowns are all together, but like the clowns did kill people. That's why they're in prison. But of course they're also like clowns because they're kind of a classic.
Yeah, it's a haunt staple.
Yeah.
The clown.
And I basically like every clowns that aren't 3D clowns. So I mean, like I'm into it. And like the strobe lights, like it's still like it feels like a little circus, but it's also like they're crazy. So how do you like that? Whew.
City of the Dead afterwards was cool. I really, really liked City of the Dead.
I think that's so crazy that you like City of the Dead the most.
There's tons of animatronics in that.
Yeah, you are an
get,
animatronics guy.
I can get off on.
Right.
Animals, I get to touch a snake.
You're right.
Come on. Any haunted house where I get to touch a real snake.
Did you see the cockroach?
I asked if that was food.
Oh my god.
That was actually in Statesville itself, though.
Yeah. That was in the prison.
That was in the prison part, which was cool.
Yeah, because
I turned to the guy. Was like, look, you got some cockroaches here. We got running water right here. We can have ourselves a meal.
Did he say that to you?
I said that to him.
Oh, you said that. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say he didn't really do anything. Which
he was just like, oh, here.
You have a cockroach. Like, do something with it. Like it was in a bowl.
Yeah, like 3 cockroaches actually. They were cute.
Yeah, they were.
I love a good roach.
I wish he was like holding it in his hand or something.
More like I love a good roachy. Am I right? Heyo, spark up.
No,
Gang leaders rise up.
This is a straight edge podcast. When I'm on it, at least.
Says the girl sipping on her Angry Orchard. But yeah, overall, really, really cool. I loved that opening thing in City of the Dead with the whole thing and the animatronic guy comes out. Thought that was cool as frick.
Oh, that's that little scene.
Yeah, their version of like that whole.
Oh, and the dude kept calling me beautiful.
Well, yeah.
That area.
That whole thing, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even see that because I was trying to look around, but I was like, I can't like get out of my spot. But I was so close to the front, and I was like behind this wall that I didn't get to see it. And I was upset about that.
Either.
I couldn't see it at all.
But that sucks.
I saw the what is it called? Like the saw type thing.
It was
like a table saw.
I couldn't tell if it was an animatronic or like a guy in like a suit.
I think it was an animatronic.
Like some kind of mech suit.
He wasn't talking or anything, was he?
No, but it was moving pretty like wow.
Really?
It was cool.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, at least from what I saw, it was really cool. Animatronic snakes and spiders and some kind of
I did love the
skull
spiders.
Guy.
The spiders. I love the spiders.
Overall, rank it all. Rank all 4 separate attractions.
The 4 as in like outside Hell's Gate, inside Hell's Gate.
And then City of the Dead.
And then City of the Dead and
Statesville.
Statesville always has a special place in my heart.
Fair.
Honestly. So I would probably say the prison. Honestly, I would... Man, I don't know. I feel like I am more for the...
There's a reason you got a Statesville t-shirt. Or have one.
Yeah.
Tonight you got your Hell's Gate one.
Yeah, tonight
Check
I got
that
my
out
Hell's
on
Gate
the
one.
supplementary photos on Instagram. And
I literally never wear
beyond.
my Statesville shirt because I just love Statesville so much and I feel like I'm not worthy.
Oh my
I've worn it
God.
like twice.
My God.
Oh my God. But
So you like the fun haunts. You like the, ooh.
yeah, I mean, I do them for fun anyway. Like,
True.
I go for
I mean,
the-
I guess everybody does
like
to an
I don't.
extent. But
I mean, true. Like I don't really even go to be scared necessarily. I just know it's fun.
fair.
I mean, obviously they are scary, and if I mean, I'm a haunt actor, so like I know what a good scare would be
Mm-hmm.
more than just like a jump scare.
I definitely saw some actors who were not on point.
Right.
At all the places.
Like
I
I
think that's
said
hard to
earlier.
ignore. I think well, yeah, hard to ignore, and also like very easy to forgive though.
Okay, yeah. Before we get into ranking, then, so earlier I was talking about the person outside the dolls, like on the porch area.
I don't remember that.
She was the one in the mask, and she didn't have hair. And she was like kind of against the wall, but like I was like, "Fuck! I know the dolls are coming up. Like I'm not here for this."
I don't think I saw her.
You didn't see her.
I might have just walked right by her. Yeah.
Because she kind of got in my... She didn't get in my way, but like she kind of got on me a bit because obviously I was showing that I was scared. I was like, I know the dolls are coming up, blah, 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 blah. And then she popped out kind of... It was bad timing for her. Her scream was weak as hell. It did not fit. And then she told us to get off her porch, which is like, get out is like a... not a thing to say. It's okay to say necessarily... what? But like,
I remember her. Yeah.
yeah, because she said get off the porch.
I was
or
gonna
whatever.
say get out me swamp.
Oh my God!
I
See,
decided not to.
that's something you do not want to hear at a haunt. It's like I paid a lot of money to come to Chicago for one, and then to buy the tickets. Like that's just, I mean, that's typically how it's said. Is like, no, people paid to be here. Do not tell them to get out. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
interesting. Yeah, you bring up a good point.
that's why it's like, I didn't want to hear that. Yeah, I would get out if I could. I don't want to walk through the dolls.
Right.
And like the doll actors were weak in my opinion.
Were you actually genuinely scared at any moment?
Besides like jump scares, no.
No. Man,
The
you
dolls-
just like to play along.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
truly do. I think it's so fun. The dolls, yeah, I mean,
It's hard for me too. I'm not an actor. You know what I mean? Like it's
Mhm.
just not in me.
I just have a good time, honestly, and like my jumps and like my giggles when I'm just like, ooh, you got me. Like it's genuine, but at the same time, it's fun.
Fair.
But like, and another thing, you know, like also in the doll section, you know, that one actor in the mask was like against that thing that I thought we were supposed to walk through.
Yeah,
And we didn't
yep,
we
yes.
didn't know that we had to go through the actual like dollhouse door, which is like I thought is cool now that I understood it. Like, oh, we're actually going into a dollhouse. That's cool.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
Little
but-
things like that were rad about Hell's
Mhm.
Gate, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
I do really like that, even though I fucking hate dolls. But I don't think the actor did a good job of just being like, instead of
oh my God! I just realized
what?
I broke my pierogi streak.
What do you mean?
I mean, I guess I had a pierogi quesadilla today,
Uh huh.
but the last two haunt episodes, I
You
had
had pierogies?
pierogies. I had pierogies at each of the haunts.
Oh,
And
at the haunt.
Yeah, at the food truck.
Yeah,
and I
the
had
pierogi
no
quesadilla. Come on.
Okay, I
it
made
still
up for
counts.
it. I'm staying on brand, baby.
That's what I like to hear.
Everything is for the show.
I don't know where we're gonna get a
I would-
pierogi when we
every-
go to Scarefest.
Every day I wake up and I think to myself, I go, what would this character you have on Good Suffering do? That's just the life I live.
Oh my God,
I've been prepping for this for 23 years, just being this guy for this.
it's so
And
hard
so
for me to just
I make
even
sure I eat
talk.
my pierogies when I go to the haunts. So, thanks.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Chicago Diner for providing me with the pierogies that
I've never had a pierogi.
John LaFlamboy didn't.
Yes, shouts to John LaFlamboy.
No, because he didn't have pierogies. He did have funnel cakes though,
I didn't
which
even.
I didn't get to have.
I didn't even look at food because like that's not.
You were so full.
also true. But I don't know. I mean, they're nice to have, but like I don't really. I mean, I'm also vegan, so I don't really bother looking at anything ever.
Mhm.
But like, I've never been like, oh, let's go to the haunted house, and like, oh, they have food trucks. Like, let's go get food afterwards. Whoa, like, no.
We've gotten food before every single time. Every time. we show up.
Jesus.
We show up at the haunt, and we're like, God, I'm so excited to get spooked. Let's eat.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first time I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But
I'm still thinking about the dolls.
Oh my God! Finish that ranking.
No, I still had things to say about the dolls.
Oh, you
not just like the dolls, but like it was leading to something.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm so sorry.
That doll was standing in front of that curtain that technically, what words are coming out of my mouth? That I thought we had to walk through or whatever. Didn't really do anything. And my whole thing is like, you shouldn't have to tell customers where to go.
There was multiple times where it was like,
I'm leaving.
how am I supposed to know that I've to push a fucking door open? You know what I mean?
No, I agree with that.
Unless that's like part of your gimmick, which it didn't seem like it was. It just seemed like a thing you had to figure out.
Right, but like my thing is
important.
You shouldn't have to tell like every character where it's like a scene like that. You shouldn't have to tell somebody. You shouldn't have to just cover where you're not supposed to walk. You're supposed to scare people away from that.
Mm-hmm.
My scene last year where I acted was a big one. People thought they had to walk through the store.
Yeah, on the porch, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Of course, I'll show you it, but people think, oh, like we walk through here. I never said, no, you don't walk through here. I'd scare them away from it. I wouldn't just stand in front of it. People would try to push me out of the way. Like,
right, they would think that they have to try and get around you or something.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Of course.
So, like...
Oh, you just are unhappy with the acting today.
No, there are a lot of actors there, but there are certainly a handful, which I don't think there's such a thing as like 100% on-point haunt. If I can get every...
You know what's an 100% on-point haunt?
What?
The Camey Manor, baby.
No, that's not a haunt. But, you know, like throughout both Hell's Gate and Statesville, you notice like the actors that just kind of like, they come out in front of you, which is another thing that I personally know to do is like to scare from the back to the front. So instead of coming out in front of them, stopping the group from moving forward, which I guess is kind of why they like break you up, so like they don't have to worry about it as much. I don't really like the whole like follow me, start pointing at me and like pulling me this way.
There was a lot of that.
Yeah, I don't like that. Like if you're out and you like walk one way, like maybe that'll work, but I also get it because there are a lot of dumbass customers. They're gonna see you walking that way and not want to go that way. I get it.
Probably those people fighting in the parking lot were like that. That dude was like flipping off security. You didn't hear him scream at them, being like, "We're fucking leaving. Don't fucking follow us," and shit. I think he was just acting like a dick in there because they looked like they were getting escorted out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see, like, I know there are dumbass customers, but, like, I feel like it should be more than just, like, pointing me the direction I need to be walking.
Yeah, a lot of people would just come up and go, "Oh, come on, follow me, follow me." It's like, this is a haunted house. Don't be friendly.
Right. I agree. That's another thing I don't like people saying, is saying, like, let's be friends. It's like, I don't want to be your friend.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to give me something so I can get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Not even get out of here, but, like, move on.
Oh, you know, we never mentioned about Hell's Gate, the whole key thing.
Oh.
Wow, we are all over the place. Lindsay's
right.
first podcast, everybody.
You're right. Well,
I love it. And we're both sleepy as fuck.
I was going to say, like, we just got done, like, with a long day. We just got done with the haunts. And when you do 2 in a row, it's like, that's why I wanted to write notes about Hell's Gate before Statesville. But, like, I had already forgotten once we got into Statesville. I was like, shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already forgetting about Hell's Gate because I'm so excited to walk through Statesville, baby.
And it was worth it. It was good. I'm glad we did it in that order.
So anyway, the key.
Yeah. There's a 30-second moment where you're sent into a room and you have to look for a key.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not vital to the story. It's not vital to you continuing on. But if you find the key, you get your money
Ticket
back.
refunded, yeah.
Which is super cool.
Yeah, I think that's cool. I mean, there was a wall of all the people who got the key. I don't know if you saw it in the gift shop.
Yeah, right at the end, across from the cash register.
Yeah. So it looked like maybe like 15 people, and like I said, it's been open for like 4 years maybe. So
yeah, so they're not
That's not a lot
losing
of
all that
people.
much money off of that gimmick.
Right, exactly.
You have to stick your hands in the barrels, which is a
Mhm.
great idea because, you know, you always got to work up the nerve to actually stick your hand in a dark hole.
I know, and I think people like come out of those crates because I think I'd accidentally touched somebody.
think.
Because I know I think it was like an opening on the other side, but like there was just a hole on my side.
Mhm.
So I put my hand in it, and I just felt like hair.
Oh my god.
So I don't know if they like
You should
somebody.
have started like scratching their head, be like, "Oh, it's okay, it's okay."
What are you doing in there? Because yeah, we got put with another group too, which is the thing, is that they told them to go to the other side. What if the key was on the other side and I would have found it if I was there? But that's fine. You tell me where to go, I suppose. You made us go on the other side of the room to find the key.
Right,
So I had to spend like an extra like 2 seconds to get over there.
right.
And he wasn't like
And I didn't even know we were like going in. He was like, go, or like,
Right, he wasn't
don't
very
know.
clear. He's not very loud, but it's like I don't know if they do that on purpose because it's the same way it was last time.
yeah.
I didn't understand what he was saying. I didn't know what was going on.
It seemed like Hell's Gate was a collection of a lot of half-baked and like not perfected ideas.
Mhm.
And Statesville had its faults, but it felt cohesive. It felt like it had been worked on,
Mhm.
and that's what I liked most about it.
Mhm.
So what's that ranking, baby?
Oh my god.
You know, I love arbitrary lists. Arbitrary lists are the best kind of lists.
Like I said, because I am more of the interactive type of person. I like the acting and all of that. Obviously, the prison comes first for me. City of the Dead is really cool. I really do love the snakes. The spiders were cool. But I feel like it's just not as interactive besides like those 2 characters maybe.
Mm.
I'd probably say even the prison and then the Hell's Gate house and then I would say outside Hell's Gate and then City of the Dead. Honestly. And like I didn't think I was gonna like the outside because last time I remember not caring for it much. It was literally just like people walking out of their spots and just like kind of following you and not saying much.
Yeah.
But like I felt like they got me a couple times out there,
Yeah.
and I feel like the chainsaw.
And you saw somebody with the same mask that you wear. at
Literally,
Sylvia's.
the first person I saw at Hell's Gate has the same mask as me, and I'm like, I was so excited. Okay, that's one thing I had to complain about too, is that I really wanted to get some inspiration, and he didn't do shit.
Did you get any inspiration from anywhere?
A little bit, probably, but I'm not sure. A lot of people sniffing me, which I don't know if I mentioned to you earlier, is like I think that's going to be like one of the next things that kind of get like,
Overused, maybe?
yeah, like I think that's
It
going to
feels
be
already overused. It feels like not fun or interesting or scary.
Unless it's relevant, do not use it. Like, come play with me.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're like a fucking doll,
Mm-hmm.
you don't need to say come play with me.
Oh my god, that's a great idea for my fetish haunt that we're gonna do.
Oh my fucking god.
Come play with me.
Oh.
Like, come play.
No. If we're gonna do a haunt, we're not gonna use "come play with me." Period.
No,
Whether
that's the
it's a
joke.
pun or
That's
not.
that's the joke, because it's a pun.
No, it's
Oh
gonna
yeah.
be.
No, you get
scary.
your Neopets haunt. I get free creative control over my fetish haunt.
No.
Hey everybody, check out our haunt we got coming up
No.
in like 10 years.
Period. No. Period.
So okay, my ranking, I'm gonna go Statesville, City of the Dead, outside Hell's Gate, and then Hell's Gate itself.
Oh, Statesville. Okay.
Statesville, then City of the Dead.
Okay, so prison and then City of the Dead. I thought you said like Statesville's City of the Dead.
No.
Okay. At least we can both agree that the prison's the best.
Yeah.
I do truly love the prison. Besides, like, that one room with the nurse and the guy who was literally just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
I was just... He wanted to wear my glasses, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to say no. Like, I'm bored because nobody's doing well here.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, put on my glasses. What are you going to do? Oh, you're blind. Yeah, bitch, I wear glasses. Oh, I could talk shit on that all day. Mm-hmm.
Well, this is a fun way to start our little haunt experience over this extended weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Phobius coming up without you, with
Right.
the,
I might pop in to say some things.
yeah.
I'm going to talk to them a little bit, see if they want me to talk about anything fun.
Fair. And then we've got Creepy World.
See what I can talk about and shit.
Right. And then we've got Creepy World.
Darkness.
And the Darkness.
House of Occult and Creepy World.
It's Scarefest, right? That's the whole idea. Okay, yeah, all right. I just call it all Creepy World because, you know.
No, Creepy
I don't know much, but.
Creepy World is the one with 13 haunted attractions in one location.
Which is cool.
And then the Darkness, I think, is considered maybe 3?
Fun.
Something like that. And then I think Lemp is House of Occult this year, which is like the first year as House of Occult. So it should be new ideas and stuff that, like, I've never really looked into. I've never walked through Lemp, no matter like what the haunt was.
Fun. Oh, so it's gonna be your first time. Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah. And I do know people over there, so that should be fun. Yeah, I don't think there's anything more to add about that except that they're coming up.
Yeah, I hope you guys listen. I don't know how I'm gonna space out the bonus episodes, but they'll be coming out. I'm not gonna hold on to those for too long. So I hope you guys enjoy that, and you know, look out for that. And once again, this has been.
Wait, I have more to say.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I just want to talk about haunts all the time.
Oh my god.
That's literally all I wanted to say.
Oh my god.
I just wanted to say that I'm excited about it because I love talking about it.
Oh my god.
And you just had to cut me off before I even had the chance to say that I'm happy to talk about things like this. And also, Statesville is the best.
Thank you, and once again,
besides Phobias.
Oh my god.
Just kidding. I love John LaFlamboy so much.
Oh my god. Thank you, and once again, this has been good. No, I can't do this if you're gonna fucking
horror news.
Oh my god. Thank you, and once again, this has been good suffering.